Alright, so she's decided to move the puppy. Good girl. Oh, you're already live? Yeah, should be. Good girl. Yeah, you're a good girl. You're a good girl. Yes, look at you. Look at you, yeah. She's trying to get comfortable. Yeah. But she's moving all her rugs around quite a lot. Good girl. You're a good girl. I know, baby. You got a lot of babies in there that need to come out. You're a good girl. Don't you worry. Yeah.
There's not two things on
You're a
it?
good girl. It's alright. Just relax. You just relax.
We have to figure out what to put this in because there's not another.
What?
You said there's not another outlet on here.
Oh, the green box. Remember the one you had me buy?
Where's it at? The dining room?
I'm not sure.
Look at
I know. Honey, I know. Hold on, chill, honey, chill. You can't crawl away from the pain, honey. Shh. Chill. You can't crawl away from it, honey. Just relax. Just let it happen. Just relax. Okay? Just relax. Just relax. Just relax. Just relax. What?
this bag with that thing in there.
It's somewhere, I just don't know where.
It was in the dining room. I don't know where it's at now.
I had it, and I just don't remember where I put it. So far, we have one really big brindle female that was, Nirvana was having a hard time relaxing. And so sometimes when a dog has a hard time relaxing, the labor doesn't progress correctly. And, or doesn't progress, it slows it down. So that's kind of what I was dealing with, unfortunately. Hopefully that works for you guys. Leave this now. All right. Lay down. Lay down. Stay there. I'm not going. Just lay down. I know. Yeah, you're a poor baby. I know. It's okay. It's okay. Lay down. It's all right, baby. It's all right. Yeah. I know. There's your baby. Yeah, it's okay. You don't have to worry. Yeah, just relax. Just relax. Just relax. Yeah. Yeah, sweet baby. Just relax. I know. I know. The one thing I hated when I was in labor was people being like, just relax, it makes it go faster. And I was like, man, if I have any control over this at all, I would, but I don't. You're a good girl. You're all right. You're all right. I wish I had something to like sit down on. That's kind of the problem. I have nothing to like sit down on. What are you doing?
Trying to plug this in because I don't have an outlet for it.
Oh, because you couldn't find that thing?
No, because it was in the dining room. Now it's not in there.
Look in the, look, I'm telling you, dude, I grabbed it.
I just put it in here.
I don't think you can. I don't think you can. Do. But I love you anyway. See, you just turned off an essential light.
Fine, but it's still a main light.
Here you go, baby. Yes. Over here looking like Berlin in female form. Yeah, you good girl. That's right. You just relax. You just relax. You're a good girl. You're a good girl. You're a good girl.
No, but we don't have an extension cord.
What?
We don't have an extension cord. I mean, your computer's charged right now.
Dude, I'm telling you, that thing, I think it's in there.
And where?
In that room in there. In the dining, in the... I can't talk. My words. They're not working. I know, baby. Just relax. Give it a good push. Just relax. Just relax. I know, baby. Just relax. See, she's not really giving good pushes right now. She's trying to escape it. And I had to kind of, that's what she was doing before. And I had to really try to work with her to get her to calm down and relax into the pushes to have more effective pushing. And you would think that a dog would know, but the reality is that a wolf would be independent and do it on its own, and they always are on their own. And dogs are just not wolves.
No, I don't see it in here.
And a dog that is dependent upon a person, like the way that mine are, how I raise them, that's what they're gonna want. Is they're gonna, in those moments, and that is why I have Blondie in, but I also don't want her to be problematic, which is why I shoot her away too. You're a good girl. You're a good girl. I know, baby. I know. Yes. I know. One of the things I did before is I kind of held her foot like this. You're all right. You're all right. Just lay down. Just stay into it. Stay in it. You're almost there, honey. Why don't you lay down? You were doing so good. You're all right. Totally have their daddy's curls. Question about that. Or you want to lay down? Right here? I got her. There you go. Lay down. I got her. Yeah, baby. It'll be alright. She just had this one, so I'm not surprised that it's taking her a little bit with this one. Now, I will say, I do try getting my dogs to be independent whelpers. Like, I want to be around, but for me to not have to be in the box. Because I'm not going to lie, like, it's not the most comfortable thing in the world. But sometimes you just have a dog that is just not going to let you. I know Trinity. After that, will you let Trinity out?
Yeah.
I totally need a towel or something to be kneeling on in here. I can't even sit down. It's... You're a good girl. Yeah, come right here. You're a good girl. You're a good girl. Yeah, you're a good girl. You're alright. You're alright. You're alright. You're okay. You're okay. Oh yeah, I know. I know. Oh yeah, I know. You're a baby girl. Baby girl. Baby girl. Yeah. Yeah. Baby girl. What are you doing over there? There's a big bush. You're a good girl. Yeah, I know. You're alright. Yeah.
Here, you can use this for your nice mouth.
Yeah. Can you put a load of towels in the laundry?
Where are all the towels at?
Yeah, it's fine. It's just for me to sit on. It's just for me to sit on. That's all. That's all.
By the way, the carpet is like you can see the carpet.
Oh, really? Okay. Next time she gets up, can you help push us back?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh,
There we go. All right, here we are on business. Let me get some napkins real quick, or the washcloths.
Can I? I'm in the kitchen right now, so I'm going to run to that.
No, they should be right here on this thing.
No, I gave you those ones.
All right, well, just hurry because it's about to come out. Please.
I'm trying.
Oh, it's right there. You're a good girl. Yes, you are. You're a good girl. You're a good girl. You're a good girl. Yeah. Yeah.
Where are they in the kitchen?
I didn't say they were in the kitchen. You did. I said that they were where the TV stand is. Good girl. I know. I know. You got it. Oh, there it is.
Here.
You're a good girl. You're a good girl. You're a good girl. There it is. All right, come on, you got it. You got it. You got it.
Do you have a suction or?
I think it's up there.
Here.
You got it, girl. Almost there.
Oh.
Come on. Hello, baby. Oh, I see it. I see it. These are big babies. Whew. She's a big dog to be. Oh, Jesus.
Gross, you guys. There's gonna be some noises.
Ooh, it's a steak suction.
Is that a big baby?
Oh, yeah. You stay away. Whew. Can you please go away, Blondie?
Gotta get go.
All right. Okay, all right. You're a little baby too. Jeez, these things weigh a lot. Yeah, I know. I got it. Yep, I know.
She having some dense babies.
Yeah, these are just, they are just giants. Good God. Come on. Just get it. Well, that was a rank fart from Nirvana.
Is it a fart or did she
Oh, no,
fart?
she farted already.
Or did she like?
She sharted.
Ew.
Okay, all right. So that's two. Looks like
Let me see
this
the
one is
comments.
a female as well. Two giant females. Okay, you can let her out now. Ew. Stanky. Let's see if I can.
Thank you, Evolamai. I don't know if I said that wrong. I'm sorry. And then Mike D. Thank you very much for the.
Oh my God. Yeah, thank you guys. I'm sorry I can't look right now. Jeez Louise, man. That was rank. Whew, man. That came from like, ugh. That is a really striking brindle. Oh, hold on.
Yep, come here. Come here, now. Come here.
I know. Good God, man. Tiny little giants. Wake up. Yeah, wake up. There you go. Man, dude. The weight of them, man. They're already. Feel like they're already close to like 5 pounds, I swear. I wonder if I could get her. I really need to move this thing over. Watch out, Bobby. Back up. There's your mama. Don't you worry. There's your mama. There you go. Bloody, you stay over there. Oh, God. I'm so tired already. It's been such a long day. And the day has just begun. All right, hold on. For me, it's just begun. Okay, hold on. Let's see here. Put it up here, maybe. I'm gonna have to keep moving it constantly. There we go. Okay, hopefully that does the trick. Alright. Okay. On my head. We could do. That's fine. Just do that. Okay. Alright. Alright. There's someone I could. I don't know why, but these things, I feel like they used to like hold their, like once you tighten them, they would hold it better than they do now. Okay, all right. Dang, there's some big old puppies, man. I wonder if I can get you a better shot if I move the camera, which I don't know if I can even put it right there. I might be able to try to. Maybe not. I don't know. I'd have to move everything. Good girl, Trinity. Yeah, good girl. Go on. Go. Yeah, I know. I see you.
Trinity, come on. Come on, Pedro. Trinity, come on. Go on, Trinity.
Dude, Batista's being such a jerk. If I can. Here, help me out real quick. I'm gonna try to move this so they have a better view. I need to move these, like all this stuff. This down here, and you need to put it that on. Okay, we'll do that. I'll take this, hopefully bring myself around. I'll put it right here. Let me see if I can put it around. Sorry guys. This is like the only way. Alright. Okay. Wonder what you can see. There you go, not too bad. Alright. Little puppy is trying to crawl away. There you go. Okay. Goodness gracious. I'm gonna pull Nirvana towards me a little bit. Do you mind pushing, like lifting it and pulling it on?
Yeah.
And then if we can duct tape the plastic.
I take the plastic to the carpet.
Yeah. No. Well, to the good girl. To the yeah, good girl. All right. Sorry, you guys. You're probably getting a front row seat to my bouquet. I'm sorry about that. All right, come on here.
Oh, that's what I just said. There's not really good balls in the way. There's no more.
Okay, all right, that's fine. All right. So can we try to secure that with the tape?
I can try.
Thank you. Sorry about the booty. Not very functional today. All right. Stop it, Bonnie bleeding. Now. There we go. Okay. it up.
Stop.
Hold on. Alright. Man, those are some huge puppies, dude. I don't even know if she's got that many in there, considering how dang big they are. There can't be that many of them when they're that big. Good God. Whew. I wonder if that is by any chance making it worse. Nope. It's not. No, honey. No.
What do you mean?
No, I mean take this up. Take the tarp up to this.
Oh.
Taping it to the carpet doesn't do nothing.
I was about to say that. Quit, bird. Go somewhere else.
Okay, she's taking a break. I'm going to take a break. We break together. Hi there, birdie. Okay. Oh, Jesus. I need some Tylenol already.
We got no
Oh, shoot. Some Motrin, something.
Motrin's in the cabinet there.
Should get her some water. And this. Here you go, Nirvana. Good girl. I'm going to give her some. Good girl. Oh. I'm going to give her some oral calcium. Not a whole lot. Just a little bit.
Nirvana.
To help.
They're not Nirvana. Blondie.
I know, I got her. There you go. There's your baby. Just to help her with making sure that everything progresses correctamundo.
Blondie's like watching over there, just looking.
Well, it was really sweet. Like Blondie was actually coming over and licking Nirvana's face, and it was really sweet.
Good girl.
Okay, so what I'm not gonna do is I'm not going to. What's up? What's going on?
I was just saying, it didn't. That was in a rug. You see how Blondie's sticking out right there?
Oh. All right, here, let me try to pick that up. Here, Nirvana, what's this? What's that? Whoop. That's fine. I got it. Yeah, oh baby, it's all right. It's all right.
Blondie, you don't have to stick by her. Please.
It's all right. You want this? Want some water? Nope. All right.
Blondie, stop. Hey, chill out.
Here,
Stop.
take the water.
Stop. She's so happy right now, Blondie. She's like, hey, guys.
Oh, honey. Yeah, she's pushing again. I know, baby. Yes, I know. I know. That's your babies. That's your babies. Yes. That's your babies. I know. I know. That's your babies. Is that your babies? Mm-hmm. What is this a puppy up to? Okay. Nursing puppy. You're a good girl. Yeah. Oh, you good girl.
Don't be angry bird. Is she ready to sleep? She's taking a nap.
Dude, you got to. We turn off the main light.
Blondie, stop. You know reason to do. She's like nervous for Nirvana.
I know. She's like, my baby's having babies.
Probably reminiscent about having babies.
So I'm gonna leave her alone to rest. I don't want to disturb her while she's resting. Man, oh man, oh man.
Just let me ice.
What?
Just let me ice myself real quick. Struggling over here. Blondie, go away. Stop. Please. Bitch.
Oh, you're being mean to my baby girl.
No, I love Blondie. She's just so funny. Like on me.
Why are you so mean to my baby?
I love you, but no, Blondie. No, stop. Stop.
I can't believe how late it is that we're starting
Blondie, hey,
this.
leave the camera on. Blondie.
Oh, I haven't told Reese.
Blondie, up.
I guess I should tell her two puppies
Go. Blondie, go.
so far, both female.
Oi.
Yeah, I told you not to put that thing too tight.
No, it's just like I was walking around trying to go faster.
Do you mind checking the comments in the meantime?
Yeah.
Frank Delicious, come here.
Come here, Frankie.
Good girl. Yes, good girl, Frankie. Sweet baby bird. Hello. Hello. Would you like to go to bed? Would you like to go to bed, Frankie? Let's go to bed. Let's go to bed. There you go. Good night, Frankie. Yeah, good night.
Look at me, Blondie.
What? Does what look like it's getting any smaller? Definitely. It looks half the size that it did earlier. It was like a big old ball.
Nirvana, watch out, baby.
Let me get my seat. Can't be having you dirty my seat. Hey, baby. Oh, something's coming. I just had a lot of fluid come out. Yeah, baby girl. Baby girl. Yeah, baby girl. I know. I know, baby girl. Oh, I know, baby girl. I know. I know, baby. You're alright. You're alright. You're alright. Frankie's in there talking it up. Good girl. You're alright. You're alright, baby girl. You're alright. You're alright, baby girl. I think we can get a little bit. Push it back a touch. Good girl, Frankie. Good girl. Frankie's in there talking to herself.
Calling myself a good girl.
Mm-hmm. Himself.
Yeah, I get excited too.
I don't know why, but I always get my birds' genders mixed up. I think that the only explanation is that
their
they.
names are kind of like you.
I think they have the genders wrong. I think that I'd be willing to bet that the DNA testing was wrong. I think they got it mixed up. I don't think that makes any sense. Beautiful babies. You beautiful babies, yes. You're a good girl, Nirvana, with your beautiful babies. With your beautiful babies, yes. Yes, look at you with your clean welcome box. Good girl. Good girl. Yeah, good girl. How about if I trade seats with you? I think she wants to be able to see me because she settled back down again.
Oh, you gonna go there?
Yeah. You bring my stuff.
Yeah.
So I've made her a little cave because I wasn't sure if that's what she was uncomfortable about. I will say I don't have any other dogs but Blondie in. And originally I didn't even have her inside, but I felt like maybe she would feel more comfortable if her mom was in here because she really loves her mom. And she, like, I can tell that she feels that her mother is a part of her pack and a safe member. So I knew that it would be a dog that she would tolerate being in here and wouldn't see as a potential threat or anything like that. And I think it was a good decision.
That's on.
Thank you. Dude, nobody said for you to walk on your foot like that.
I'm feeling faster.
Yeah. No.
Evolving.
Here,
Wish.
take your eyes. Savannah sprained her ankle
That's nice.
skating,
Hi.
roller skating for her birthday, which I was adamantly against.
No, you were against it for yourself. You said it was time for me.
Well, because I'm not going to tell you what to do, but I definitely
You didn't
told
say
you.
anything.
Yeah, because I said I would fall. I was like,
you would fall.
get back, cat.
But you haven't gone skating in a really long time. I've at least gone skating before.
Mm.
And that was the first time in all of my times ever skating
Whoa, bro, rude.
that I'd ever injured myself.
No, you go, rude. You go, rude bird. Go.
What is she doing?
No, yeah, now you want to be sweet. No, you go. No, you go. Because you're a bad boy. No, you go.
She's so angry right now.
Mm-hmm.
Well, maybe
Girl.
Blondie's little nub is laughing.
No, because you're not going to get up here and then get mad at me because I moved. It's all right, no. Don't squish him. Cat is freaking out. Go.
Oh, we just closed the turn. I track everything.
I heard him behind everybody right now.
She's
She's everybody. She's angry. No, you go away.
Yeah.
This is my space.
I can't. Mommy. Got it. Yeah, she's attacking the ball.
She's attacking the bowl. Love the ball. Love the bowl. It's my guard. It's my guardian. The bowl.
Yeah.
Good girl. You just stay there. You're a good girl. You're doing a good job. You're such a good girl. You're such a good girl. Yeah. You're such a good girl. That's right. That's right. Oh. What do we have? Do we poop on ourselves or do we have a puppy? What's going on back there? We have more towels? Whew. Dude, she is just like the gassiest dog I've ever seen. Good girl. Oh, there it is. During labor. Yep. Oh, I can't get to it because another puppy is crawling on it. You come over here. I can't get to it. Let Mama do her thing because the sack wasn't out yet. Can I see? Here we go. Now we're moving. Oh, there we go. Oh, I know. Come here. Come here. Okay. I need more towels. These towels are so thin now. I see why they were so cheap. You know. Let me see. Hold on. I've had paper towels that were thicker than those. Big washcloths. Hold on, baby. I got them. Let me see here. Let me awaken the child. There you go. I know. Yep. Let's give him a rub. Let's give him a rub. Or her. I'm not sure. I know. I got it. Yeah. Oop. It's all right. There you go. There you go. There's your baby. Okay. All righty. Here's this baby too. There you go. There you go. There you go. Really get if you would kind of. You're a good girl. Oop. There you go. There you go. All right. I don't know what that is yet. It looks black. Let's see if it's a boy or a girl. Smaller, but that don't mean nothing at this size, at this age. Another girl.
Jesus, she's having a bunch of
Lots of girls. You make it up for last time, honey girl? She only had 3 last time. Oh, 3 females. All right, we're progressing along. Very nice. Okay, so I'm gonna do another one. About like there. Okay, here. So like I said, this is the calcium. Good girl. And the energy. Oops. Good girl. It's something new I've started. I basically realized that Trinity was so dang huge that I was really scared for her, and I was worried about her having the ability to get through the labor, you know, without having any issues. And one of the issues they can have is calcium issues. And so I wanted to try to avoid that. Dang it, how can I do this dang heat lamp in such a way that I don't have to move it every 5 seconds, but that there we go. So I don't have to move it every 5 seconds, but where it can do its job. That's hot. Muy caliente. If I can get a zip tie, I can put it right here. Except, is it blocking? Maybe not. Can you help me with this, Savannah?
What's going on?
With this light, this lamp. Yeah, that's kind of messing
I
up
can
the.
try. Hold on. Oh, how do you need me to help you with it?
I'm just basically. Well, I'll just move it over here for now. But I'm just. When we're done filming, I'll put it over there. And now it's kind of in the way of filming. Boom. All right. So we'll just put it here. Nope. Okay, what's going on here? Hold on. That thing. Okay. Get this thing around. Okay. Alright, so that should help a little bit.
Okay.
Can you see it? Does it look bad on the screen? It's supposed to be my eyeballs, Savannah.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, sorry.
Huh?
Oh, sorry, got lemonade in my butt.
Girl, you better quit this on my lemonade.
It's pretty good, man.
I know it is. It's fantastic. What a sweet baby girl you are.
Yeah, that's fine.
Look at the sweet baby puppies, yeah. No, Blondie, go lay down. Oh, there's more fluid coming. Looks like it's progressing pretty quickly now. Oh, gosh. I see you, birdie. I see you, birdie. No, Blondie, go lay down, dude, seriously. Blondie? No? Okay, we're just gonna move. Blondie, go. Don't worry about it. It's fine. She's got this. She's done it before, Blondie. Are you checking it? No. So you're supposed to be looking at comments.
There's not really a lot going on.
Huh?
There's not really a lot going on in the comments.
Same. Be mindful, child. What's that sound?
Creature in the garage.
Oh. There's a little baby. You sure it's a creature?
Yeah.
What are you? You're at the wrong end of the horse. Come here. I know. There you go. And you are trying to crawl back up from whence you came. Paris, what are you doing over here? You're not supposed to be here, angry bird. You're too angry to be over here. No, Barney, go lay down. Oh, I'm so glad I don't have to pull puppies out of this dog. Wouldn't be surprised if I have to do it for Trinity. I hope to God I don't. I prayed about it earlier, but I don't know why Trinity is not in yet. She thought they would go off on the same day. Heck, I thought Trinity was closer, but her temperature has not dropped yet. And she's just sleeping, and she seems fine. I mean, she's way just gigantic. I will say that. But anyway, yeah. So just shows that even though they were paired on the same day, they didn't conceive on the same day. So, which is, it is what it is. Blondie, go lay down. Blondie is so needy right now. Sucks for her. Alrighty. Thank God, dude. The first one is always the hardest. And I'm glad, we don't film the first one anymore because what ends up happening is that so if we start filming before a dog has actually had a puppy yet, a lot of people will start to freak out and think that there's a problem. and they won't, like, preacher, be quiet. They don't understand that that every dog is different and they're all going to have a different process. And just because a dog seems to be taking longer, it doesn't mean that there's something wrong. And some dogs just labor more difficultly than others, and some labor more quiet. And so you might think a dog has been in labor for less time because that dog has been quiet, but it very well could have just been handling it differently than, say, like Nirvana, who was handling it. She panics a lot, and then once she's had her first puppy, as you can see, she's simmered down. Well, you can't see because you didn't see what she was like before, but I mean, I guess you did, because I will say she was still acting very similar to that until she had the second puppy. And then obviously there is a lot of discomfort with that very first puppy. And so it just takes longer. And for me, what I realized is that I'm already a worrywart. I worry a lot anyway. But I try, knowing that I am that I have a tendency to do that. I try to really kind of to be very mindful that I not allow my brain to run away from me. And so I know, like, I don't worry with my dogs unless I see black fluid. If I don't see black fluid, I'm not worried about it. So I mean, I guess there could be some extreme circumstances where I know a dog has been in labor, but they're not having anything and there's nothing and it's been for, forever. Like, that's one thing, but from the onset of active labor where there are fluids coming out, water has broken, from that point, unless I see black fluid and no puppies, I don't worry. Even if I see black fluid and I've got puppies coming out, I still don't worry, because that's normal. Because black is the mix of the meconium, just the green stuff. I believe it's the waste from the puppy, and even humans have that, I believe. But basically, that is like an open sac, basically, amniotic fluid, open sac. And so that combined with blood creates, so green combined with red creates black. And particularly when it's dark like that. So like I said, if I've got puppies, like this very first puppy, there was some, like, the fluid went black, but the puppy came immediately after, and it was clear that the puppy was just out of its sac, but it was still fine. So we didn't have any real issues there. So, but if I would have had that fluid and no puppy over a prolonged period of time, then I would have known, okay, odds are I've got some kind of problem here. And one time I had that in a female, was able to whelp naturally. That was Cashmere on her last litter, but she needed calcium. And so that's why I bought the calcium, not specifically for Nirvana. I bought it specifically for Trinity, but because I knew I had two females in labor, I went ahead and I bought enough for both of them. That way I could just kind of help them and assist them through this process. If there's a way that I can help them make it easier, then I definitely want to do that, as well as not depleting their body. I'd rather do that. So anyway, so I've got that. I also have oxytocin if necessary for Trinity or Nirvana. I mean, hopefully I won't need it for Nirvana or Trinity, but I have it. And I guess that's all I can think of. Oh, and then I've been giving Trinity, I've been giving her like puppy formula with Nutridyne. It's like a calorie supplement, just to try to keep her calories up and stuff like that. And because she does have such a just massive load of puppies in her. And she's being a little bit of a finicky eater. So I just want to make sure that I'm taking every opportunity to get her as much calories as possible. That's what's most important. So. Sweet babies. Are you mad at me, Paris? You are just an angry, angry bird today. You need to go to bed. Yeah, you're an angry bird. What's going on? Savannah?
I'm reading.
No.
Doesn't really think on there.
No questions at all. No one's asked a question. Anybody, if you want to ask a question, now's the time. That way we can pass the time together.
Thank you, sharing.
Is that my phone?
Mm-hmm.
I was wondering where it was. I was like, where's my phone?
Yours.
Oh, okay. Oh, man. I don't know why, because it hasn't been that long, but for some reason, it feels like we haven't had puppies in so long, even though we have. And it's just so wild that that Nirvana had hers first.
Somebody said, Rachel, did you hear about what happened to the little boy in the UK?
No, I did not. What happened to the little boy in the UK? That's awfully
This
vague.
is so sad. The cross must not have been trained.
Oh, was it like a kid?
Probably. Are all of the puppies spoken for, or are there any available? How many puppies did she expect?
It's possible that there could be some availability.
Yeah.
It's definitely possible. I'm just not sure. Okay, so he was on a farm. Suspected dog. Dogs, not dog. What was that, Savannah?
Wow.
A 3-year-old child. And he was found.
Dead?
That just tells you that somebody
watching
wasn't watching him, exactly. Which tells me that likely the home, if they're not watching their kids, then they're probably not watching the dogs. And so, you know what I mean? That's not a, I don't know, just as, well, hold on. Maybe he wasn't found. Hold on, maybe my brain put that in there. Has died. Let me see. Officers were called after he was injured. Was taken by hospital. So involving the incident and previous incidents involving the dogs. Okay. Well, what it does tell me though is that the dog was already an issue, if there were previous calls and it wasn't addressed. So you never really know. Hate to say it, but it's not really it's very rarely the dog's fault. It's typically a lack of training, a lack of lack of supervision, just lack of training. It's just a lot that goes into that when that happens, you know. And I think that I think a lot of people don't really recognize how important it is to like understand the body language of an animal that you're going to bring into your home. You should know how to read the body language so that you know, because the thing is like that stuff never comes out of nowhere. The people that say that, it's like what they're really saying is that they didn't see anything. And so because it just doesn't, even a dog that is unstable and is going to snap, it still doesn't come out of nowhere. Like, unless it's like some weird seizure type thing, neurological thing, something like that, it doesn't happen like that. Even an unstable dog temperamentally will still show signs it's going to bite. Here's your babies. You're all right. Here's your babies. Here's your babies. Don't you worry. Yeah. Whoop. Got another one coming soon, you can tell. It's kind of exciting for me because I am keeping back out of this litter. I'm keeping a female. And last time she only had 3 females. And I love Ibiza, don't get me wrong, she's a gorgeous dog. But you know, as a breeder, you always want a large group of dogs to pull from. Like, I got a really large group of males to pull from the last breeding, and that's how I was able to get Berlin, which he's just like a freak show. So I'm really hoping, like, I'm glad to see. I mean, so far it's only 3, same as last time, but I don't remember her having them. Usually when they have them like this, consecutive like this, it can be a sign that that's what you're going to get. Anything?
How many do you think she'll have?
You know, judging by how big they are, probably no more than 10, if that. Because they're really, really big. And being that big just seems like they would have taken up a lot more space. And usually when there's like a whole lot of them, they don't get that big. I feel like she had, what, did she have 8 or 9 last time?
I don't remember.
Maybe she had 10. I don't remember. She might have had 10 last time. I'm not sure. Oh gosh, I'm so tired. She did. I will say I know for sure we bred her on the top peak day because I had her progesterone tested. Interesting that I only see what brindles and black so far. I think last time she had 2 blue females and one black female. She had a lot of blues last time. This time she seems to have a lot of brindles. Pushing hard back there.
Thank you, Susan.
Something back there, honey? There's something back there, honey? Oh, baby. You're a good girl. You're a good girl. Yeah. Let me get that baby. Here. Let me get her. There we go. Get this one. Yeah. Sorry. Booty again. Jesus. Good God, man. I'm all about showing my trunk today. Oh, Lord. I swear to you guys, it's not that kind of video. Sweet baby. I got you, girl. I got you, girl. I got you, girl. Oh, there comes another one. Oh my, tail first. Tail came right out. Oh my goodness. There we go. Out you go. Oh. Ew. I know, all right. I'm trying. Just trying to help you out here. Here, take that one. You, nope. Get over here. Back over here. Back over here.
Thank you, Jeffrey. What color is it?
I don't know.
Is it lighter or darker?
Looks darker. I want to get it. It is a girl. It's a girl. Let me see you. There we go. I know. I'm gonna give it right back. I swear to you. I'm gonna give it right back. Don't worry. Okay, I'm just gonna clean his face. Hold on. Okay. Oh my God, I'm sorry. Just trying to warm them up. Stimulate them a little bit. I know, honey. It's okay. Here, this one. Take this one. This one's the one crying. That one. Here, have that one. While I clean this one out. Let me see how it goes. You are. Wait, I know. There we go. There you go. Okay, all right. There it is. There's your baby. Sorry. Just trying to clean it. Okay. So that one came out with its, it was doing a little bit of gasping action, which is not uncommon, but I did want to make sure that I flushed the liquids out, even if it made her kind of mad to do it. Just needs to be done. Here, put your paws on top of that. There you go. Okay. 4 females so far. I don't know their colors yet. 2 brindles for sure. 2 possible blacks. Although that one I can already tell it looks like it's brindle. Like a black brindle. Bring that baby over. Yeah, let me see it. There it is. There's your baby. Whew. Man, oh man, oh man. All right. 4 so far. Whew. Whew. Oh man. Wash my hands. I cannot tell you how happy I am that they're not going off on the same day. Savannah.
Yeah.
Bro, you better get some G Fuel in you, child. You better not bail on me. No, ma'am. You did that last time on Nirvana's litter.
Stop.
You straight bailed on me. You literally fell asleep in the live stream. And you slept all day. Bruh. You got to. I'm doing it all, but you gotta be here for me, Savannah. What? Ain't nobody talking to you, Paris. Chill out. Quit being an angry bird all the time. Savannah.
I'm here.
No, you are not.
Yes, I am.
You know you are not.
Yes, I am.
No, you're not. Y'all, she's gonna bail on me again. I don't want to have to call Reese. Don't make me call Reese. Savannah. Oh my goodness. Let me see here. What are people saying, Savannah?
No.
Wake up, sleepy face.
I am.
No, you are not. It's the weekend.
So I usually don't stay up late.
I know. So there's there's one available female spot because the guy that's on the 4th pick female spot is taking Silky. Oh my goodness, sorry. I'm like phlegmy. Let's see here. She's such a gassy dog when she's laboring this time. In all my time, I've never seen that. Alrighty. Only thing troubling is that some of them, I mean, it's not troubling, but you want them to all be in their sacks. So it's like the best thing, all head first, all in their sacks. Like her first time they were. This time, they're not all in their sacks. They're all making it, but they're all kind of coming out gasping a little bit. And so that's, you know, I mean, it is what it is, but it's a little troubling. Alright, let's see here. Update this. Okay. Alright, so I updated the website. Whew. Oh. She's being a good mama. Savannah,
Yeah.
what you doing?
No,
Oh, you're not pulling? No, you're not. Your screen is black.
it's not.
Yes, it is.
It wasn't just a second ago.
Exactly, because you're sleeping.
No, it's not.
You were sleeping, baby. Your little sleep. It's okay, Savannah. You can go to bed. I'll do it. All by my lonesome. All by myself. I'll whelp all these puppies all by myself. Harris, you're no help either. You're just angry. Are they fighting? Can you see him, Savannah?
Yeah.
Your screen is black. Oh my god. Yeah, it's not. Thank you, Connie. It's not Trinity. It's Nirvana. Oh my goodness. We have well, we got a lost Lone Ranger. Hold on now. I'll bring you back. You good girl. Come here a little bit. There's your mother. Oh, you're fine. There's your mother. Oh, man. Oh. Paris, if you get mad at me one more time, come over here and lay down by yourself. No, you go. You go be an angry bird over here. No, be angry bird by yourself over here. Yeah, right there. Mm-hmm. Just 4 so far. Come here. There you go. You need to be dried off. You are a wet puppy. Let me see here. Come on now. Hold on. Alrighty. Let me see. Here. I know. You're a wet puppy. Yeah, you're a wet puppy. Hold on. I know, Nirvana. Hold on. Just drying the puppy off. Here, hold on. There. We'll work together, okay? You lick down there and I'll rub up here. Okay? And we'll just clean this puppy right up. Try to warm him up a little bit or her up. Come on. I know. Yeah, I know. There you go. Alrighty. There. Are we good? Is that good? Have we satisfied the puppy? If you go licking this puppy away, that's part of the problem. You know that, right? Is that you are licking this puppy away. Are we good now? That brindling on that one puppy looks so crazy. Looks so light. I wonder if it's going to stay that way. Are we good now? Can I please have a seat?
No, stop my knee.
What's wrong with your knee?
My knee hurt.
What? When did your knee hurt?
My knee and ankle hurt.
Oh. I didn't realize your knee hurts. Alright. Yeah, I'm sorry, you guys. These are the only shorts that I have right now. They're the only ones that fit me, unfortunately. I've lost a lot of weight, and this is all I have. 4 puppies so far. Thank you, Misty. Savannah, you are not going to sleep there, because that's where I'm sleeping. Child. I really should, if I was smart, I would be sleeping in between these puppies being born. I feel like two preachers in there just crying it up. Just crying it up. He's so mad he can't be in here right now. Oh man, I couldn't imagine not being able to sleep. That's like, honestly, sleeping is one of my favorite things to do. I do have to, like, too much sleep is not a good thing, but oh man, I love sleep. God, that would be sheer torture. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I would have probably made some nice little warrior babies. Who was the father? Mad Mortigan. Preacher, be quiet. You're in there because you wouldn't be quiet in a kennel. I had Preacher outside in a kennel, but he's being a punk and barking like a spoiled child. And so I had to put him in a kennel in the garage. Yes, Jess, the very first puppy has very curly hair so far. Preacher can't be in here because the females don't want the males around when they're whelping. I guess these will be, what they'd be, these will be Preacher's great grandbabies. Yeah, Preacher's great grandbabies. Nope, and that, unfortunately, just antibiotics. Yeah, 4 so far. This is Nirvana, not Trinity. Correct, Maddie. That's correct. This is our third generation. Really, Yvonne? I didn't know that. So, Julie, I did name my black boy. Y'all probably gonna think it's funny, but I named him Major Benison Payne. And so that's his name. I guess if we wanted to be complete, it would be Major Benson Winifred Payne. But basically he'll be called Payne for short. Not pain like ouch, you hurt me pain, but like major pain. Yeah. Major Pain was one of my favorite movies whenever I was growing up. And oh my god, you got some lungs on you, child. All right. Okay. Hold on now. All right. Okay. There you go. There's your mama. Good God. Well, howdy. I swear I need to get to the point where I have like my own cot, like my own bed, where I just like sleep in here. Puppy is very vocal. Why don't you nurse? Here. You're just gonna cry a lot. Hopefully we're good. Chingo. Alrighty. Thank you, Claire. I'm so tired. Am I keeping first pick female from Nirvana or Trinity? Yes, I am. From both. I really like what I got out of Nirvana and Mad Mortigan last time. I think they're really just very beautiful, healthy puppies. and they're just very much the kind of dogs that I like, and so I'm really looking forward to keeping back a female. I'm only going to keep back a male if there's a male that's produced that's better than Berlin. That's the only way that I will. So, Velocity is she is pregnant right now. Oh gosh, Jennifer, she's got a lot in there. I mean, there'd be no point in me feeling her right now because she's still too big. So I will say I don't think she's gonna have like a as big of a litter as she did last time for some reason, which I'm happy about if I'm being honest. Like I think it's even possible that Trinity might need some help nursing her puppies, and so if possible, I'm going to try to put some of them on Nirvana if she doesn't have like a huge litter. Berlin's eyes are good. We had the surgery to remove the cherry eye, and they're good. Bye, Misty. I would keep 2 females because it's that good of a breeding. Same thing I did with Blondie and Trinity. They're both full sisters, but I didn't breed them to the same dogs. Like it's not the same stuff. So I put Blondie to Achilles and Batista, and then I put Trinity, which is Blondie's full sister. I put her to Mad Mortigan and Achilles, or not Achilles, Alpha. And so even though they're sisters, I produced differently off of them, which gives me more genetic diversity to play with out of my kind of core foundation stuff, which is important to me. So, so I judge how long I breed my dogs based upon how they seem to take breeding. I will say that I think that every female should be retired. Like, I don't know that I would ever breed a female past like 5 years old or something like that. And I've never even bred a female even that old. But the thing about the dogs is like, what I found is that when they produce really big litters, they often retire earlier. If they produce smaller litters, then it's just not as much on them, and they don't need to be retired early. So like Blondie, I retired her after only 3 breedings. I think she was like 3 years old. Like, I don't know, on her way to being 4. Velocity is she's probably, I don't have her exact date of birth on me right now, but if I had to guess, I'd say she's maybe 4 years old right now. And that's still a very young dog. So, I'm breeding her this time. I didn't get to breed her to a male that I wanted to, like I did Mad Mortigan. So I probably will breed her one more time if she's good, because she doesn't have big litters and she just bounces back, and it doesn't really, you can't see like an effect on her. Whereas like with Blondie and like with Cashmere, you could tell they were done. You know what I mean? You could see it in their face. You could just see it in their behavior. They were done. And so I like to really try to stay in tune with my dogs and kind of listen to them. And so I kind of let them, tell me when they're done. Aside from the fact that, like I said, I do have a limit. Like I'm not just going to continue to breed a dog just forever. And for ethical reasons, but on top of that, I don't really have that ability because I'm always trying to keep back and breed for myself. And so that means that I'm gonna need room. I can't just always keep the same stuff because I need to also be able to make room for other stuff. Now I will say Velocity is a dog that I'm keeping, regardless. But like Trinity is a dog that I would rehome into a pet home when she retires, because she's not a pack dog, and she'd be happier in a home than she would be with us. Those puppies has got some. Sometimes they'll do this thing where they'll drink too much milk, and they kind of choke on it a little bit. I can kind of hear it. Raspy sound. I don't like it, but usually when it's for nursing, you can't really do anything about it. It's not in their throat.
Who is it? Who is it? Here, have some milk. Is it you? It is you. Quit it. Lay down. Lay down. Lay down. You gotta be able to let me handle him. Shh. Yeah, puppy had some. All right, hopefully that helped.
He was nursing. I can see pretty sure I could see the milk. Or she was nursing. Good Lord. There we go. Yeah, that sounds much better. All right. Well, good.
I'm glad. This sounded a little bit better. You're not doing all that huffing and puffing now. Here, help her. There you go. Don't lick the puppy off. All right, whatever. There you go.
They come right out fighting for food, man.
Well, he's still doing it. She's doing it again now, but I could tell it's because she's sniffing now. 'Cause she wasn't doing it a second. Can you please move your head up? Thank you.
Dude, that is the wildest brindle I think I've ever seen. Wow. Yeah, I wish I could get that sound out, but
In my experience, you don't go away that quick. Nobody mess with that baby. Here. There.
Whoop.
Come on back. Here. Over here. There you go.
Yes.
I'm just helping your babies. Don't be upset. Don't be upset.
All right. I think the baby's okay. You're a good girl. Yeah. Lay down. I'm back. I'm so tired, y'all. I can't even tell you how tired I am. Yes, Savannah is asleep. She bailed on me. I think that I guess as far as having Achilles blood, other than Nirvana, Yuki is Achilles blood because Yuki is a daughter of Arya, and Arya is a daughter of Achilles. So yes, the answer is yes. I do still have some Achilles blood aside from Nirvana. As far as the brindling, I don't know. I've never seen I think the only puppy I've ever seen, or I guess what I should say is I've never seen Batista's brindling in a puppy, so I don't know what it would look like yet. I will say this is pretty wild with the amount of light colors that I'm seeing, but I don't know if it's that or not as far as like that same color, but I do think it's going to be a very high contrast brindle. So no, she's not done. She's still got some puppies in there. Oh Lord, yeah, mega plant. Thank you, Wild Blue. Usually the eyes open between 7 to 10 days. Primo depends on how he turns out. I haven't seen him in a while, so I'm not sure if I'll even use him. It just depends. Yeah, Annette, that reverse blue brindle is really beautiful. It's the only time I've ever seen that too. No, not yet. Black puppies, or when you think you have a black puppy, they can trick you for a long time because of black brindle. And so black brindle puppies are extremely hard to identify unless they have a lot of brindling. So as much as I would like to say that I can confirm that they're both black, the odds are they could very well be black brindle, and I won't know. I will say the one thing that makes me think they may be just black is because I remember that in Matt Mortigan's litters, he has a very deep, like blue black, and oftentimes his puppies have that, but they'll also be like extremely glossy and shiny. and that's how those puppies look. But like I said, I would be speculating on, on that at this point. Yeah, a lot of people remove dew claws. I used to remove dew claws, but now I don't because I've basically read somewhere that they're functional and that they can have an effect on like the overall gait of the dog and stuff like that. Like that they're important for the movement and function of the dog, and so that's why I don't remove them. Now, the back dew claws are typically removed anyway because those are non-functional. Those are typically not really attached to anything, but the front ones really are. And so anyway, so I like to keep them. But I will say, man, if you don't keep them trimmed, boy howdy, they will scratch you right on up. Because they use them like thumbs and they grab on and they get real sharp. And so yeah. Yeah, Trinity's fine. Trinity is sleeping. Not in labor yet. I'm so tired. Savannah. What? You didn't even say anything. You're in my bed. Where I'm sleeping though. Savannah. What? Can you give me lemonade? I know. Can you give me some lemonade? You got your brace on? Yeah. Savannah. Help me out, boo. So typically when they start panting again, you're getting closer. So what I will say is that she doesn't look super packed to me personally. I honestly, maybe that's why these puppies are so big. To me, she doesn't look like she has like a whole lot in there left. And so but the longer that they go on labor, so the more puppies that are in there, the faster they come out initially. And then as the time goes, that time gets longer and longer and longer because that puppy has to travel all the way down. You know what I mean? It's like being last in line on a plane full of people. You know what I mean? Like you are going to, you're going to be taking a while. So, anyway, and they don't just always move like, and they have to take turns too from each horn of the uterus. So, because there's 2 horns of the uterus. So anyway, so yeah, I am just beat, y'all. I'm so beat. Savannah.
Yeah.
Girl, you better give me some lemonade. I'm dying over here. I'm falling asleep. I need help. I need help, child. I need it. I'm gonna spray you with a water bottle. Will you, please? If you love me?
No, yeah, hold on.
I'm not gonna hold on for you to go back to sleep. Savannah.
Mario, hold on.
No, you're not Japanese. Go get me some lemonade, please. Por favor. Por favor. Por favor, mi amor. Come on. Rápido. Can't even get no lemonade up in my house, y'all. I can't even get no lemonade. Can't get nothing around here. Savannah. No, you didn't hear me. You're mean. You don't love me. You don't love me anymore. No, I do not need a portable refrigerator. That would be so bad. You know, I don't know about the twin thing, to be honest with you. I feel like no, but, you know, who knows? I could be wrong. Do any of my dogs have allergies or itchy skin? No. I will say my dogs sometimes get like seasonal allergies, but it doesn't affect their skin. If I see anything, they usually get boogers in their eyes, and they might like get like a mild cough, or like maybe even like a little bit of snot, like nothing too serious. Usually I try to just let the immune system take care of itself and just kick it. The only time that I do anything about it is if it seems like the body's not being able to handle it. No, Trinity's not in labor right now, thank God. I'm really scared she's going to do it in the morning. I feel like I should like end this stream, try to sleep through each puppy, after each puppy, just because I bet you that what Trinity's going to do is go off in the morning, and then I'm going to be going like 24 hours without sleep. Yeah, I mean, sweet puppy. What I would say is that we do keep Benadryl on hand just in case, so maybe you could give your dog Benadryl if it's got allergies. I want to say that some people even give their dogs, like, I think you can give your dog Zyrtec. I'm pretty sure you can give your dog Zyrtec. I think you can. Yeah, it's something like that. I mean, don't quote me on that, but there is a type of allergy pill that I believe you can give your dog. That's not just Benadryl. It's all females so far, you guys. All females so far. Thank you, Susan. That's so funny. Savannah. Savannah, you can make $15 if you go get me lemonade. It's got to be a mega pint though. A mega pint of lemonade for $15. Savannah, you don't want to make $15? Y'all, she's not helping. She is gonna have to come up off my seat though, I'll tell you that much. That's the only place I can sleep. Savannah. I'm about to come over there and beat you with a roll of toilet paper. With a roll of toilet paper, I'm gonna gently harass you into a wink hood. Alrighty. Down, 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 down. Yeah, she's doing really good, y'all. That is true. It is $14.99, but I would have thrown in the extra penny to make it $15. I'd have done it. I'd have done it. Savannah. Hi. Hello there. Will you give me some lemonade? Huh? Savannah.
Yeah.
Can you give me some lemonade?
I want to know that.
No, right now. I need it right now. Savannah, I will literally die if you don't give me lemonade right now. I will die. I will perish. Savannah, you will let your mother die?
No.
Okay, then let me get some lemonade, please. Hook me up with some lemonade, please, so I don't perish. I'll become dust and I'll blow away in the wind. Exactly. So if you love me, you will go give me some lemonade. Come on. Come on. Everything in this house is difficult, and I am sorry for that. But can I get some lemonade? Please and thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. You got your brace on?
No.
Why? What about come?
No.
Ooh, that's aggressive. Oh, I see. You're all better now.
No.
I'm getting some lemonade. Yvonne, I would say thank you so much, My baby child. That's good. Thank you so much. It's Milo's. It's Milo's lemonade. So the next dog that I want to breed to Mona is most likely Batista. I don't have a whole lot off of Batista, especially after Suki didn't work out. And so I want to try again. And I think that she is a potentially good dog to try it with. So and a lot of people love Batista, so oh my god. It's 2:59 over here. It's almost 3 a.m. over here. I'm so tired. Do dogs in a pack have reproductive competition? No, I don't think that it would cause them to go into like a labor as far like that. What I'll say is that thank you. Thank you, El. What I'll say is that they will be interested in the sounds of labor or the smells, particularly of the puppies, you know. I'm listening in for, I don't want to say her name, but the other female in the other room. I don't want her to like get up or anything, but she sounds okay. Yeah, she's like a volcano that I'm just praying doesn't go off right now. Because honestly, I can't do it. I'm just going to be honest. I'm so tired. And I guess the reason why I'm so tired is because Nirvana labored all day today. And so it was really, it was a lot. I was just really stressed out because I can't help it, but I always get stressed out. I really wish that I wouldn't because there's no fun in it. There's no reason. But anyway, you know. Ugh. There it is. Camera. Okay, so basically she stirs whenever she hears the puppies. That's what it is. Bless you, bird. Bless you, thanks. Bless you. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna be doing a whole lot of popping up. Call one, what is it, Mount Suvius? Call one of them Suvius. Bougie. I love Paula. Yeah. Yes, I will be breeding the Batista female that I have, but not until I leave. So after these puppies, I won't be doing any more breedings. Everything will go through Reese. So, so that I'm not in any kind of violation with the county. I cannot house any dogs used for breeding here. So we'll, basically I'll be housing any of those dogs over at her house. Yeah. Well, even if vaccines can cause issues like that, you don't want to see what not giving a vaccine does. Because I promise you, there are very deadly illnesses out there that vaccines are there to protect the dogs from, and so you don't want to have to deal with that if you don't have to. Cashmere's doing good. Cashmere, you can follow Cashmere on. I'm surprised that people don't know that Cashmere is on Instagram. I think it's 2 parrots and a Corso, or 2 parrots and a dog, something like that. But they do video of her all the time. Well, not video, pictures of her all the time. Yep. No, Nikki, I've not had that. I've heard about it, and I do find it interesting that I haven't seen that, but I haven't. No, she's not on YouTube. Amazing Grace. She's on Instagram. Yeah. Yes, Jess. That was my. Well, we've had that happen twice. One time with Nirvana, and one time with her mother, Blondie. No, I didn't see your message, Wicket. It's not a deep gasping sound. It's just heavy breathing because she's in labor. Mm-mm. Thank you, Jeffrey. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Thank you, Marco. Alyssa, I'm not sure how many puppies. We didn't do an X-ray. I don't like to do X-rays every single time. I only like to do them if I think there might be like one or something or two, like because they can get pretty out of control. But anyway, you know, you usually usually you know when there's going to be like when there's a problem. I mean, it doesn't just well, and I will say too, that's another thing, like when they're really super big, like how Trinity is, for example, a dog like that, you probably wouldn't even be able to tell how many are in there because she's so wide. Those are some sweet, sweet babies. Mm-mm. Hold on. Oh, man. Put those over there too. Hold on. There you go. Okay. Oh, man. Mm. 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 Oh, thank you. Mm. Mm. Yes, I did get my lemonade. Mm. All right, so Lisa, your question is Nirvana or Mona bigger? Mona is bigger. Yvonne, if I was going to keep a male that was better than Berlin, he would have to have a better head. He would have to have be longer in the body. Have like there are things about Berlin that there were moments when I would stack him up and he would look really good, and then sometimes he would look bad. And he does this thing when he's growing where I will say that like it's very difficult to make a dog without good structure look good. You can make an okay dog look better, but it's not easy, particularly a puppy, to take a puppy and make it look good in a stack. Like it's just not something that is easy to do. Because really and truly, to exaggerate or hide things to make a dog look better in the stack takes technique that is not necessarily achievable in a puppy that you're stacking out at that age. And so if I didn't have any faith in Berlin, I wouldn't have him, you know what I mean? But I do sometimes wonder if I'm right or not. You know what I mean? I know for sure I'm right about his sister. She's fantastic, holding together fantastically. Berlin, I have moments where I think I see it. But we'll just have to see what happens. I'm like cold. I've got some pajama bottoms that I can put on. You see how she's pushing so much better than she was earlier, where she was kind of moving around trying to escape it. Good girl. Instead of just, this is a towel, I don't have a puppy. Instead of just kind of allowing her body to do the work. And so she's really kind of getting into the process right now. You can kind of see it. She's got a rhythm now, which is good. Hold on. Mm. All right, just keeping a clean welcome box. That's what's important. I need to go to the bathroom. I'm scared to go while that puppy is coming out. You're a good girl. What you doing? All right. You are clearly your father's daughter. My Mortigan is a very loud dog, and his puppies are really loud. Yuki is so loud. I will say Berlin and Ibiza are not super loud like that, but they are loud. But I don't know. Maybe I can't call them loud, but they will alert and stuff. Oh, honey. Like, there you go. There you go. There's your babies. One is working its way down. Oh, whoa, bro, chill, my man, you're my girl. Whoa. All right. Come on. Here, here's your mama. Look in there. Big push. Girl, you be standing weird, child. see how good she is? How she pushes them out of the way of the wall. You still got to be mindful, but it's always helpful when a female does that on her own. I'm gonna try that a little bit. Okay. All right. I'm back. Yeah, I agree. I don't think she's got many more in there. I think just based upon how she looks to me, I don't see a lot. Oh, there we go. And there's a puppy. Out it goes. Oh, this one is not. There we go. So there's my suction. Oops, sorry. Let's see here. There it is. Let me see.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. I know. I know you want it, and I will give it right back. Give me 1 second. I just gotta clean the nasal passages out. That's all. That's all. That's all. Alright, what do we got here? Another girl. Oh. Alright.
5 girls. Alrighty. I have 5 girls. Thus far. Oh man. Whew. I will say these ones are a little bit smaller. These ones that are coming out. She might have more in there because of the size, but we'll see. Because that one's definitely smaller. And I think one of the other black, the last black one that came out was also smaller. Yeah, these are all every time, man. It's just a fart every single time, y'all. In fact, it's almost like clockwork. Like, ain't no point in even getting up unless there's a fart. That's number 5. Yeah, girls. Turbine. That's funny. Tell you what, man, she's making up for last time. She's gonna make sure that I get the absolute best female genetics that she has to offer. And honestly, I cannot complain, you guys. I really cannot. Because last time, I don't know if y'all remember, but I think she had 7 boys and 3 girls. I remember being like so relieved that she even had any girls. I was like, thank God. Probably a harder decision to make this time around for sure. But it does help that I already have Ibiza. And I will say Ibiza is, really and truly a fantastic female. There's really not much more that I could ask for. She has a head. It could be a more impressive head, but she still does have a good head. Maybe her front could be more, could be better. Maybe she could have a little bit more forechest. But she does have a good front. It's better than her mother's, and her mother has a good front. She has a really good rear. She's really, really long in the body. She's got a great top line, great croup. I love her bone, her substance. She's also, she's black. So there's just like a lot to like and be thankful for with Ibiza. So it's hard to even imagine a better dog than her right now. I often talk about Ibiza probably being one of the best dogs on my property. And so anyway, we'll see. But what I will tell you is the reason why I was willing to do this breeding again and keep back out of it was because of how good the first one was. And really and truly, for me, particularly since this is my 3rd generation, it's not a big deal to me to keep 2 females out of the same stuff, even the male, because over the long term, it doesn't mean that I won't put it all to the same stuff. And eventually, whenever I do line breeding, which won't be for a while because that takes a lot more genetic diversity, you need to get farther away from your foundation stock. But eventually, these crosses will be the way I'm able to do it. Because, for example, like taking Blondie and putting her to Achilles, but then taking Trinity and putting her to Mount Mortigan, they're completely different lines. And so the relatedness is very low it's considered an outcross. And so to bring it back in with it being outcrossed on both, so it's open pedigree on both sides and only related on two sides, particularly farther back, it's not bad. It's a very safe way to line breed, like extremely safe way to line breed. So, because your breeding coefficient still remains very small. That's just the way that I prefer to do it. I don't like to do really close inbreeding. I feel that it's rarely ever even beneficial or necessary. She probably does still have some puppies in there, yes. No problem, Shay. That's afterbirth. Looks like she let that out. She pushed that out. She really looks pretty narrow to me. I'd be surprised if she's got a whole bunch in there. Let me see. Let's see if she'll let me palpate her. Good girl. Yeah, there's still some. It feels like I'm not pushing really hard though, I'm gonna be honest. I ain't trying to mess with that poor child. We're still early in it. So, but she just doesn't look super big to me. The cool thing is that Trinity's litter is I feel like pretty open. And yeah, there's only 4 people on there for males, so maybe there'll be males over there for people. Some big old babies, Nirvana. Some big old babies you got there. Let's see what she does. Step in here. Scoop up a puppy. There you go. There we go. Oh, there we go. Come back over. There you go. Here, let me see here. This one. For sure, female. Just checking them again just to make sure I got them all right. Yep. Okay, there we go. Yeah, that's like hard to believe. All females. I guess it's not hard to believe. I've seen it before, but usually I get more of a spread. All right. Mm. Mm. Really? I want to see Primo's babies. I want to see what he's producing. Mm-mm. I don't know why there would be any rumors about Preacher. Plus, I don't know why you'd even be listening to any rumors because I don't talk to people. So there'd be no one to tell. You know what I mean? But no, Preacher will never go anywhere. He is my heart dog, my first Corso, and he'll be with me forever. I'm so shocked that there's not a single dilute so far. Yeah, the Italian Labrador. You know, the thing is about Primo is that, you know, while I can admit that he himself doesn't look very good, he doesn't. His structure's not horrible, but what I mean is that his head type is not fantastic. But within him lies the genetics of a lot of really good heads. That's why I bought him. So, you know, it's possible that he could produce way above himself, if that makes sense. No, I did not have Corsos before Preacher. No. Keeping in mind that Preacher's like 6 years old, so. Yes, Nirvana did have blues last time. In fact, she had quite a few of them, which is why I'm so surprised that there's not any so far this time. But, yeah, for a fawn, for me, fettuccine pup to be born. Yeah, that's a cute name. I believe that one is on my list of names, actually. Yeah, I want to see what the structure looks like on him. So why do I think I hardly keep dilutes? Because they're oftentimes not the best dogs. Yeah, whoever told you that was like talking out of their bootay, because that would never happen. But anyway, I would love to keep back a really super nice dilute dog, right? Like, I mean, you know, I've kept back some Formentinos, but as far as blue or gray, if you want to call it gray, I just haven't had the level of quality that has been present. So it would require that I choose on color instead of choosing on quality. I will say that the first time I was gonna have it was the very first Trinity litter, the litter that I lost to Parvo when they were like, it was after they got Parvo at the vet where they got their ear crops. and that the female that I had selected was a blue female, but she passed away, as well as most of them. And so when I bred Trinity again, back to Madame Mortigan again, the pick of the litter female was a brindle female, not a blue female. So I just haven't gotten lucky. That's all, as far as that's concerned. Yeah, I don't know per se that I don't know. I've heard that dilutes win a lot in shows. I've not personally seen it because I haven't shown a dilute yet. I've only shown a fawn, a black, and a brindle. And in my experience, the dog that has the most bone and the most substance combined with structure and temperament and type is gonna win. You can have a really super nice dog, but if it's kind of fine boned, or if it's small, it isn't going to do as well as a dog that is nice, but also has that size and presence and all that stuff. So, Nirvana did extremely well for Nirvana did extremely well for her age and for her gender in the shows. She punched way above herself, and she was only able to do that because she does have extraordinary bone and substance for her, particularly for her age at that time, but just in general. And there was another nice female. She was a dilute female. I think she's either blue or blue brindle. I can't remember, or gray brindle. That's what they call it in our breed. But anyway, she's a very, very successful dog already. She was being campaigned by a very well-known breeder, and Nirvana beat her multiple times, whereas this female was basically like, for the most part, nobody beat her. But Nirvana did beat her a couple times. I believe she even beat her at nationals, and I believe she did it because even though that female was just as good in the body, I believe, if I remember correctly, she was long, she had a good front, good rear, she had a good head. I think that her size was the thing. She was just a smaller dog and had finer bone. And I've never saw the dog in person, but that's what I was told by people who saw her. And so it definitely makes a difference to have all of the things you want in one dog. You know what I mean? To have the size, the structure, and everything. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Anyway, so it definitely helps to have all that combined into one dog. So no, red is not a dilute. Red is just a variation of fawn or cream, I think, when you're talking about genetics. The heat lamp does not hurt her. I tend to keep it pretty cold in my house. And so, as you can tell, she's not panting, even though she's in technical active labor. So yeah, she's fine. So, about litter size, because it's actually something I've been thinking about a lot. So if I'm being honest, while it can definitely be beneficial to have really big litters, it also can be what I find. This is what I found in my experience is that the females that have those really big litters, like what Trinity's having right now, those females you don't get many litters out of. You, at the very most, I think will get around 4 litters out of those females. Because it just takes so much out of them. They're just so big, and there's just nothing that you can do to help them. Because if you try to over supplement them, you only make the puppies just that much bigger. Like it's just, and it doesn't matter if you skip heats either. Like you can skip heats and it's not going to change anything because of the sheer amount of puppies that they're having. It's just so many. And so ultimately they can only really do that so many times. Whereas like a female that has smaller litters, in my experience, will have typically will have a little bit easier of litters and safer litters. So you also don't typically have to supplement as much, like help bottle feed or whatever, whenever it's not such a huge litter. When it's a smaller litter, they're easier. So there's a lot that I like as a breeder with having smaller litters. Not small, but like I would say smaller than, I would even say that 10 is not necessarily too much for a dog. You're usually okay with that. But these 13, anything like 11, 12, 13, all that stuff, man, that is, you are getting into territory where, it's just a lot. And it can just be kind of scary. Like I wouldn't even want to imagine how thin Trinity's uterus is right now. That's all I can tell you. So anyway, so yeah. Well, Wilma, yes, I did do that. I kept back Blondie and her sister Midnight, and that's it's very common with larger breeders who are really very focused on quality to keep back multiple puppies out of the same litter as a general practice. You let them mature up, maybe sell some that don't really work out. And then of the ones that do work out, you breed those and then keep back the best out of those batches. So, or like the best producer, like, so like the reason I was able to buy Mona was because the breeder already had, I think, 2 of her sisters, full sisters. So, and like, especially if you're trying to fix something in a line. So like, let's say, for example, that maybe your female doesn't have good milk production, or let's say that maybe your female doesn't go into heat at a regular cycle or has hormone problems or whatever. It would be beneficial to keep back as many of her sisters as possible or daughters as possible so that you can breed them and then see if they carry those same traits. And if they don't, then you keep back the one that doesn't. You keep back the one that doesn't, like let's say, for example, you have a female with milk problems, then you don't breed the female that has the milk problems. And so, and I'll give you an example of how that works. Cashmere she didn't have the best milk production. And but Blondie had decent milk production, not the best, but it's plenty, it's enough. Um, and Nirvana, as you can see, has fantastic milk production. So so that's been fixed. Now Trinity's is not the best. It's more like her mother's. And so I'll be interested to see what happens with her daughter Switch and then so forth. But it's better if you can keep back more females. That way, you know, you don't feel pressure to use the one that doesn't have good milk just because that's the only one that you kept back. So yeah, that would be a good idea, a pasta litter. Christopher, only if it was a male. Females, I don't need to do that with. But males, yeah, I probably wouldn't keep two brothers. So, Bishop died of cancer. I've offered to replace him, and they've accepted my offer. And so anyway, so they're going to be getting another puppy from me. So he was like 3 years old. I believe three, maybe 4 years old, I think. Quiet down, preacher. No. Female only right now. Yeah, he got some type of cancer. And so yeah, it was just really sucky. So, but you know, they're really good people, and they took, you know, good care of their dog. And so in 3 years, just, I know that our health guarantees are only 2 years, but for something like that, it's so drastic, you know, and people should get more than 3 years out of their dog. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Yes. Bishop was from Blondie's litter. Yeah, he's the only dog that I've heard of that's gotten any type of cancer. I will say that, you know, the reality is that when you're producing animals, living beings, there's always a chance for that kind of stuff. It's typically very rare, but you know, it's just, if you're doing it long enough, you're going to produce it something. You know what I mean? If it wasn't that, it would be something else. And so I think what's important is that I think where it really matters is that breeders need to be willing to replace those dogs, even if they are technically out of warranty. I think that people would be more understanding of nature and the way that those things work if they weren't so angry about spending so much money on a dog that they had hopes of it being like super healthy and this and that, because we do, you know, all this health testing, we're all trying to do our best. And so there's this perception of genetic excellence, you know, and the reality is that, you know, even in the best of conditions, even whenever we're doing everything we can, there's always going to be, it's just the nature of genetics, that stuff is always going to pop up and rear its ugly head from time to time. And I think as long as we're willing to, you know, I think it's important to evaluate. So when something pops up, you know, you take a look and you say, well, you know, is this something that is happening in my lines. Like, do I need to look at this and say, do I have a problem? And then if there's not a problem, then, well, regardless of whether there's a problem or not, like I said, at 3 years of age, even though the dog is out of warranty, I personally believe that it's the right thing to do to replace a puppy, or replace a dog at 3. So, I mean, it's just, I don't know. Just for me, but I know that that's what I would want. And aside from that, I mean, there's no other dogs that I know of that have any kind of health issues related to that, or I mean, there's probably, I think I bred them 4 times, and she had, I think, 13 puppies 3 times, and then 9 puppies 1 time. And so, I mean, you do the math on that. And I think I only know of that male that had a health issue. There's one dog that may have had hip dysplasia, or he may have been severely injured whenever he was run over by a huge dog when he was a puppy, and he suffered a really bad fracture, and it's possible that his hip was injured at that time. But, giving the benefit of the doubt, those are the only 2 dogs that I've ever even heard of having any issues out of those lines. So yeah, it's horrible. Susan, I'm not sure which people you're talking about. Annette, is hip dysplasia hereditary? It's a lot more nuanced than that, is what I'll say. Is it hereditary in the sense that that it is inherited? Yeah, I mean, I would say yes. But is it something that you can eradicate by never breeding a dog with hip dysplasia? No, it's not. I did a live stream on this where we went over some studies, but basically, even under the strictest of breeding conditions, where the only real conditions are health testing, this was for like a laboratory type thing. They did this study where all they did was breed really, really good hips. Just that was their main criteria. And even under those conditions, they still had dysplastic dogs from time to time. So it's just kind of one of those things where it's like you can have a really healthy family, but ultimately there's usually, like 1 or 2 people that, is born and has problems. And then sometimes there's families where there's a lot of problems, Like in my family, we have a tendency to have heart problems. I didn't get them, but I've had multiple family members have to have open heart surgery when they're born. I think it's like microvalve something or another. I'm not sure, but anyway, like that's something that we can point to and say, yeah, that's a common thing in my family lines. Like it's there. And so there's a higher likelihood that I could produce that. But hip dysplasia on its own is just something that is unfortunately a reality of dogs. It typically only affects the larger ones. It's not that little dogs don't get hip dysplasia, it's that they are not affected by it the same way that the big dogs are. So can we be better at producing better odds of producing less hip dysplasia? Yes. But can we eradicate it? No. No. There's no study that's been able to produce that level of result thus far. Susan, yeah. So I did replace that dog, but that puppy didn't die of mysterious causes. That puppy died of an obstruction. So he had something, he'd eaten a sock or something like that, and he died at 2 years old. And so I replaced him because same thing, the people were just really good people and I really liked them. They had done a really good job with the dog and it was just really unfortunate. And they did everything they could to get the dog surgery. It was kind of one of these things where the vets were dragging their feet and didn't want to do exploratory surgery until it was too late. And he died, I think, the morning of what would have been the surgery or something like that. It was a really tragic thing. And I just felt so bad for them that I just wanted to help them. And so I offered a replacement puppy. And they have him now. They love him. He's a really gorgeous black male out of Trinity and Mad Mortigan. And so yeah, so it's for me, I guess, I've not had a lot of that kind of stuff happen. So it hasn't been a big burden for me to be able to replace those dogs, especially because I make a lot of my money off YouTube instead of, it's not that I don't make money off my dogs, but I don't live off my dogs. So because of that, I'm not under as much pressure to account for every dog that I produce. Like I can be a little bit more, giving in that way. And for me, it feels good to do that. So that's why I do it, I guess. Let's see here. So high white in some Corsos and even pied dogs from normal standard living parents. So what you're seeing is most likely American lines. There are no pied Corso. They don't exist. Some of them can have more white than, a lot of white is undesirable. And so you're not going to see a lot of it. But sometimes there are some pretty wild looking dogs out there that really are, pure. But, I've never seen white like around the neck, like up on top. You know what I mean? The most white I've seen is like a dog that actually had socks, which I was really put off by initially. And he had a really strong white blaze. And so he was pet out. The breeder didn't keep him, even though he's a nice dog because of it. But usually that's a sign of mixing. I've done videos on this before, but basically the gist of it is there was always speculation that the Americans had mixed a bunch of stuff into the American Corso, or that it wasn't even a real breed. I've actually had people that were in they were in like training clubs, like competition clubs back in the 70s, and they used to joke about the Corsos. It was like they were a joke. And everybody knew they were like a made-up breed. That's what they thought. They thought it was just they didn't even think that it was even a real breed. Well, there was a study done in 2017, and they tested the genetics of the Corso in Italy, and then they tested the genetics of the Corsos in America. And they made sure to pick dogs based upon diversity in the pedigrees. Preacher, quiet! Quit your crying. And what they found was that the Italian dogs grouped as a breed, scientifically that's referred to as a clade, But the American dogs, they said, they grouped with the Neapolitan Mastiffs that were also located here in the States. So what they literally proved that the Corso here were related to the Neos that were being bred here at that time, which a lot of people already knew because a lot of the early Corso breeders, American Corso breeders, were also Neo breeders. They also said they had significant haplotypes with Rottweilers. Haplotypes are inherited from the mother. It's genetic material that's inherited from the mother. So they are predominantly a Neo Rottweiler cross with other stuff mixed in, is what it said. It said in various other Mastiffs. So really, they're basically a hodgepodge of stuff, but mostly with a strong Neo Rottweiler base. And that's why they look totally different than the European dogs. That's why they act different. They have different temperaments. Some of them have been infused with European dogs over time and are very close, and some are even, almost indistinguishable from their European counterparts. But some of the lines have remained relatively, quote unquote, purely American. And I think they get away with it by just continually doing what they always did, which is mixing stuff in. And so those dogs are going to have a very high variation. They typically do have a lot of white. They have crazy colors because they're mixed. So I hope that clears things up. Yeah, there's no such thing as a tricolored Corso for sure. Do I think the infusion is good or bad for the diversity of the true kind of Corso, or do I think it will dilute traditional blood? I mean, it's not an infusion. They are a made-up breed. They didn't say that it was mostly Corso with a little bit of Rottweiler. They said that they literally could not be grouped as a breed with the Italian dogs, and that they basically said the mixture. So to me, it's not a infusion. That's just a made up breed that at some point people did start mixing Corso into, but not all of those lines. I guess, I don't know, maybe what your question is you're asking if the infusion of the Corso blood helped. I mean, I would have to say yes, in my opinion, because I know what is in that American stuff, like particularly that really strong old school American stuff, the temperaments, and so yeah, I mean, it can't do nothing but, like, there was a time when I didn't even want to let people use my studs that had like straight American stuff, particularly like old American. And I was talking to a mentor of mine, and he was like, why not? He's like, what is it? Like why wouldn't you rather try to help it? If you know what it is, then, all using your male is going to do is make it better, right? Can't make it worse. And so after that, I was like, all right, I mean, it made sense. And so, I guess if they're going to call it that, might as well have some in it. So So anyway, so in that regard, if that's your question about the infusion, then yes, I think that it definitely helped. I would never call that stuff traditional blood, though. I mean, I guess for me, I will admit that it's a bias on my part. It's hard for me to consider such a like deceitful act to be like traditional, I guess is my thing. Like for me, when somebody says traditional, in my mind, I think to myself, it's something good, something worth preserving, like historical fact or something, but that's just a lie, like a deceitful lie that was perpetrated on people. And just because some people decide to idolize that doesn't change the fact that it was only ever meant to be a lie. It was a way of scamming people. So for me, it's hard for me to even classify that as anything other than just designer breed stuff that's still going on to this day. You know what I mean? There's people doing these Corso crosses all the time, and at least a lot of them have the decency to admit what they're doing. You know what I mean? Those band dogs, those people with the band dogs. There's a guy that breeds Corso. He used to be a Corso breeder, and his base is predominantly Corso, but he just breeds these, designer breed, just big old. He just breeds what he wants, just big black dogs. So anyway, but as far as the traditional referring to the Italian dogs, no. I mean, I think I got very fortunate with Cashmere in that she had quite a bit of mixing of Italian lines in her, because she also has American lines, and it was just enough to where I could utilize it, but I don't think that if you really look at it, now I know it's not true because you can still see people mixing the dogs, you know what I mean? There are people that have these dogs on their Instagram, you know what I mean? These red-nosed dogs, and just dogs that are just obviously not Corso at all. They don't even look Corso at all. But so they're not hiding it per se, but I don't think it's good for any of the lines. It's not purpose bred, you know what I mean? It's not, I think if you wanted to infuse genetic material in, you could do it in a much better way than breeding in some designer breed, some scatterbred mutt that you don't even know what it's going to produce. It's not predictable. You don't know what it's going to, that's just not if you wanted to do an infusion, you'd want to do the least amount of damage possible to the phenotype of the dog that you're working with. So for example, if you were trying to fix like a whippet, you wouldn't use a beagle to breed it to, or you wouldn't use some kind of beagle hound cross, whatever. You wouldn't do that either. Like you try to find a dog that best suits that breed so that you lose as little type as possible. And that's not what the two breeds are very different. They're very different. The American stuff is designed to be very short in the leg, almost like a Corso bully in a way. Like they're not typically very leggy dogs. They have a lot of bone, a lot of substance. They're very wide. They're very long, huge heads, like just very bullyish, and they're really not super functional. Not to say that none of them are, because they don't all look like that. So in a litter, the breeder might keep back the ones that look like that, and then the ones that are smaller are going to look more athletic and stuff. So it's not to say that none of those dogs can be athletic or do athletic things, but that's not specifically what they're looking for. Those are what they consider pet quality dogs. What I like about the European dogs is that they are big. They're very big, but they're typically taller and leaner. They can have mass and be like that. Like Nirvana is a very, very heavy bone dog, things like that. But I will say, like, I think you have to be careful, right? So I try not to, I wouldn't put her to another short, stocky male, if that makes sense. I put her to a tall, leggy male. So I try to find balance in that way because I don't want to lose the functionality. If you keep breeding for these heavy bone, stocky dogs, you're just going to end up with a dog that can't work. That's just all you're going to end up with is a dog that can't work. Mm-hmm. I would not outcross Pressa into the Corso at all. No, I would not. And I mean, at this point, we don't need to infuse anything new. What we need to do is preserve as much of what we have as possible and encourage other breeders that are willing to work hard to, because the thing about it is I think a lot of breeds suffer because there's not enough people breeding them. And I know that sounds weird, but the reality is that most breeders, they're all breeding the same lines. So even though there may be like 10 breeders in an area, the likelihood is that they all have very similar lines. And so just because there's a lot of people doesn't necessarily mean there's a lot of diversity. And so in every given area, you need a healthy amount of people breeding these dogs. That way, you have diversity. So even if you started off with the same stuff, 4 or 5 generations out, as you continue to outcross and use other people's stuff and blah, 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 then you get to the point where you can utilize each other again. But it takes having enough people to be able to do that. So, it's a tough one. Oh, I see that. Thank you. Blondie, get out of there now. Get out. Bad dog. Thank you. Girl, are you done? Are you done? I'll give you a little bit more calcium because I didn't give you any. There you go. Here, let me see. Let me see your face. Okay. Perfect. Well, you guys, I think she might be done. I could be wrong, but she's awfully quiet, and I'm not seeing any more pushing. So I'm going to hit the sack because I think that this is the only break that I'm going to get. Because I bet you Trinity will go in tomorrow, and I want to be able to maintain some level of sanity. So anyway, I really appreciate you guys hanging out with me, and I hope I've answered all your questions. Thank you, everyone who donated. I really appreciate it. And y'all have a good night or good morning, wherever you are. Bye.